Hello, Namaskar everyone. Welcome to Dhwani, which means sound in Hindi. We bring to you resonating sounds created by the actions of women innovators, leaders, experts, and entrepreneurs who are making a difference in their and others' lives. We share their stories to inspire and empower other women. Dhwani is an initiative of Innoberry, which is offering a platform for the women to voice their thoughts, struggles, challenges, achievements, highs and lows, and the journey that they have undertaken. I am Pooja Bhatia, a tech transfer, patent licensing, and intellectual property professional, and now your host for this show. Let's inspire and get inspired. Hi everyone. Today we are walking down the memory lane with Bessie. She is trained in this field as part of the Women Scientists C scheme, now known as WISE scheme, and she has been working for the last 6 years, and she's helping a startup right now. But she would be sharing her journey herself. A warm welcome to you, Bessie. It's a pleasure to have you today on Memoria.
Thank you so much for the introduction and good morning to everyone.
So, Bessie, which batch were you trained in, and which year was it?
In 2017, I was selected for the Women Scientist Scheme managed by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. During that program, I understood the various aspects of IP, and since then, there is no looking back. And I've been in this field for past 6 years, and I was trained in the ninth batch.
Oh, and where were you placed for the training? Was it a law firm, an institute, or some other organization?
For my training period, I was placed in the IT cell of Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of Medical Science and Technology, Trivandrum. So I was placed as an intern for looking after the IP portfolio and getting hands-on experience.
Could you elaborate on your learnings as part of the training?
Yeah, sure. So, my during my time at Sri Chitra Tirunal, I gained valuable insights into various aspects of intellectual property rights. I learned about the importance and need of protecting intellectual property. I also learned about the processes involved in securing these rights, such as filing of patent applications, conducting patent search, and managing intellectual property portfolio. Additionally, I also gained experience in analyzing the patent documents, drafting patent applications, and understanding the legal framework surrounding the intellectual property. Overall, I could say that it provided me with a solid foundation in intellectual property rights and their significance in fostering innovation and
So you mentioned about not just the analytics part, the policy part, and also about the management part. So it was an overall complete package, I would say, which is useful from an institute IP management perspective. Did you at any point felt, Bessie, that there's a difference in what you have learned vis-a-vis our other colleagues who are working with law firms?
Yes, I would say that in law firms, actually, uh, people, the clients would come and give their inventions to be filed. Uh, but in these academic and research institutes, we work closely with the inventors. We sit with them, understand how the invention is, and probably what I find is that the inventors are always after running after their invention. They won't, for them it's their baby. So it is our duty as IT professionals to tell them at what point of time an IP needs to be protected and what are the timelines, make them aware of that, what is the significance, what are the different types of IP. So it's at only at that particular juncture you will be able to, you are acting as a bridge between the patent office as well as these academic institutions. So yes, I would say that there's a lot of difference and I could witness those differences.
So are you still working in the field of IP, Bessie, or have you shifted the gears?
No, no, no. I'm still working in the field of IP. and IT has become my passion.
So then it doesn't make sense asking me if you enjoy, because if it's a passion, then definitely you enjoy working in this field. But what is it in particular that you like about the field of IP?
Well, the most fascinating thing that I would say about IP work is it's ever evolving and ever changing. So I would say that IP is and has something for everyone, be it a scientist, be it an entrepreneur, be it a businessman, a researcher, an academician. There is some form of IP which is hidden for all of them. So no matter how you look at it, there will be always an aspect of your everyday life that has something to do with IP. And that is why I like.
So basically, if you were to advise yourself, say 6 years back when you were starting to get into this field, what would be your topmost advice for anyone?
I would say that yes, try to qualify the Kiran IPR scheme and have the hands-on training. That is one particular scheme which is unique only for the women in India, and we are very privileged to have that. So once you get hands-on training and experience through that one year of training will actually expose you to different fields of IP. That is one aspect. And then try doing different courses available. There are different platforms like NPTEL and FICCI. So all these platforms are providing different courses on IP. So if you have interest and if you really want to be in the field of IP, you can learn more about it. And IP does not have a full stop at all. It's just like the more you learn, the more equipped you become. So that's my
That's
advice.
that's the biggest takeaway. I would say that it's the notion, and the more you learn, the better swimmer you become, as you have put it, Bessie. And to know more about Bessie, remember to read her chapter in the book Magic Weavers: Women in IP. She has written a chapter there, so you can know more about her and her work. And I am really thankful to Bessie for joining in for this session and talking about how her internship has helped her in her career. Thank you so much, Bessie, for joining me today.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this.